The Flash movie is right around the corner, and with it comes some new news about a secret ending which the Flash movie is going to contain, which Warner Brothers is trying to preserve. Now, is this going to be a Grant Gustin cameo? Is this going to be a tease for the sequel, whether it be like a Reverse Flash villain tease or something along those lines? We don't know, but let's talk about it. Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash, this time about The Flash movie, obviously. And yeah, as I said, The Flash movie is right around the corner. With it, of course, comes more people being able to watch the film. We did, of course, get early screenings way back as well. And yeah, the overall reviews for the film have been very, very positive so far. So, of course, this does get you more and more excited. Of course, I already am very excited for the Flash movie. This is my most anticipated movie of the year. Not just because of the Flash, but also the concept of it involving not only the multiverse, but also the Flashpoint storyline in general. I am so excited, and I do get to see the film in a couple of days, and hopefully it does live up to the expectations. But yeah, these early screenings were not really like the full version of the film. Like the movie that was screened on CinemaCon, for example, that was a rough cut of what we are going to see in theaters when the movie is released worldwide, but it is not the complete version of the film. So now comes this article from Variety, which talks about the Flash movie and how it contains a secret ending which Warner Brothers is trying to preserve. Now, this article does talk about Ezra Miller as well, and how they will be keeping a low profile in terms of like the promotion for the film and like the red carpet and all those sorts of stuff. And this article does also talk about a sequel script on ice. So yeah, let's just talk about this whole article and break it all down. So the article kicks off as followed: The Flash is almost here, and the rollout has been anything but typical. With just 13 days to go before the film's June 16th release, titular star Ezra Miller has done no press and will make a low-profile appearance at the Los Angeles premiere on June 12th. Only posing for photos rather than doing interviews, and of course this is because of like the ongoing thing that's been happening with Ezra Miller and their actions. The film's director Andy Muschietti and cast members Ben Affleck, Sasha Calle, and Michael Shannon will also hit the red carpet that will be missing the standard press gauntlet. The film's Michael Keaton and fellow DC Universe superhero Jason Momoa will miss the premiere as they are filming movies in London and New Zealand, respectively. Typically, the star of a $190 million tentpole will promote the film in interviews across print, TV, and oftentimes podcasts spanning multiple continents. Ezra wants the movie to open and the conversation to be about the movie and not about Ezra, a source close to Miller explains. They are focused on their mental health and don't want it to be transactional. Warner Brothers is attempting to pull off an unprecedented feat by taking its latest DC offering into the global marketplace without any promotion from its star, who has mired in controversy following arrests and erratic behavior, but who has stayed out of trouble since last summer after seeking treatment for complex mental health issues following a time of intense crisis. But will Miller's lack of shilling hurt The Flash's box office prospects? The answer appears to be no. The Flash is tracking for an estimated $75 million opening, higher than 2018 standalone Aquaman, which went on to earn $1.15 billion worldwide, after gaining huge momentum abroad. In lieu of Miller's junketing, Warner's has been aggressive with its advertising, putting the film's trailer into heavy rotation during NBA and NHL playoffs. Warner's decision to throw one potential premiere only just 4 days ahead of the film's release has raised eyebrows around town, but a knowledgeable source explains that the move had little to nothing to do with Ezra Miller and was made to keep the secret ending under wraps. The version that screened at CinemaCon in April ended abruptly, with a chunk of the final scene missing. At screenings on the Burbank lot this weekend, the final scene was intact, but Warner's blurred out key elements. In fact, the final scene was changed multiple times pre-CinemaCon. The source adds, at the height of Miller's PR problems, Warner's was looking to keep its options open with regards to future trajectory of the Speedster. For additional exposure, Warner's is hosting flash screenings sans Miller in key cities, including one tonight in London that Keaton will introduce, as well as in Toronto, Miami, Madrid, and Sao Paulo with Muschietti. The studio has also launched a massive word-of-mouth screening program with 400 across the United States and Canada. Though Warner's has never announced it, the studio already has a finished sequel script from David Leslie Johnson, McGoldrick, Aquaman, if a part 2 is in the cards. That script is said to have guest stars Michael Keaton's Batman and Sasha Calle's Supergirl. Muschietti, for one, wouldn't consider recasting Barry Allen, aka The Flash. If a sequel happens, yes, Muschietti told the Discourse podcast about bringing back Miller. I don't think there's anyone that can play that character as well as they did. The other depictions of the character are great, but this particular version of the character, they just excelled in doing it. It feels like a character that was made for them. So yeah, let's break this all down and talk about all of this, because there's some quite interesting stuff taking place in this article. First things first, in regards to this secret ending, of course we don't know what it is just yet because we haven't seen the film, and only rough cuts or like the secret ending has not been shown at all, so other people don't really know what it is as well, unless of course those who have seen it early would be able to like estimate what's been cut off or what's been blurred, and like in terms of CinemaCon, they would have absolutely no idea because it's just been fully cut off. But let's talk about it. What could it potentially be? So it could potentially be a Grant Gustin cameo. I do see that being very, very possible. Ever since Andy Muschietti has revealed that Grant Gustin will not be one of those that will be cameoing in the Flash movie. Of course, this did bring in a lot of discourse, and it did get a lot of people talking on the negative side more than on the positive side, because this is a Flash movie at the end of the day, and out of any character to appear in this film, a Flash character, as this film, it's centered around the multiverse, right? So a Flash character from the multiverse would make the most sense. And say like there's like a Speed Force scene or something like that, having like a random cameo involving someone else doesn't really make sense as well. The only character that makes the most sense to appear is someone Flash related. So I would have said Grant Gustin cameoing in the Flash movie would have made the most sense. And when Andy Muschietti revealed that he's not going to be in the film, of course he could be lying. We don't know. Grant Gustin has said that he hasn't been reached out to, do a cameo or anything like that for the film. They could be lying. Of course, that is possible. But there's also a possibility that they could be telling the truth. And with that, of course, came the negative discussion in regards to how it doesn't make sense to why you have all of these characters appearing in this Flash movie, because this Flash movie is having multiple cameos. It's not just having, Michael Keaton's Batman having like a main role or anything. This movie is having multiple cameos. And for Grant Gustin not being one of them, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. So maybe this secret ending could potentially involve Grant Gustin's Flash, whether this opens doors for like a larger grand DC multiverse, because this movie does involve the multiverse. As we said, it could be something multiversal related, or maybe it could set something up for the future. Who knows? So of course, one possibility is that this could be a Grant Gustin cameo. Now, another possibility of the secret ending could be a villain tease for the sequel. And what better way to do so than to bring in Reverse Flash? Of course, when this film was first announced, we all thought that Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, was going to be the main villain. However, it ended up not being the case, and the villain we're getting for this film is going to be someone known as Dark Flash. And it doesn't really make sense that you're not having the Flash's main villain. This is the first Flash movie, and you're not having the main villain that plays a vital role into the Flashpoint comics. And it just felt weird not having the Reverse Flash over there. So of course, because of this, and if you're setting up a sequel, what better way than to segue in the Reverse Flash as the secret ending? That could of course be another possibility as well. Now, of course, with James Gunn resetting the DC universe, building the DCU, and of course bringing forward chapter 1. Of course, changes would have had to be made because this movie was finished filming prior to James Gunn taking control, and of course changing the DCU to what it is now. So it is possible that whatever is happening with the ending, everything has been changed to serve the purpose of James Gunn's DC universe, which is what I think is going to happen anyways. But in regards to like more specific details in regards to what could have been changed and what not, that of course I cannot speculate or just theorize about just yet. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think the secret ending is. I'm interested to see all of your thoughts towards all of this as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.